Welcome to video lecture on ham radio communication. Myself, Dr. Shubha S., Assistant Leader Trainer from Karnataka and Assistant Professor of Computer Science from Government First Grade College, Malleshwaram, Bangalore, would like to do this presentation on ham radio communication, which is also one of my hobbies. So in this presentation, I will be talking about wireless communication, its advantages and disadvantages, types of wireless communication, applications of wireless communication, what is ham radio, its application, who is an operator, that is ham radio operator, the famous personalities of hams in India, how to become a ham, how to take up the exam and get the license, about VoIP, what is Echolink and how does it work, some contribution of ham operators to the society and the community, and finally the conclusion. So what is this wireless communication? Now the transmission of data or information from one place to another through wireless is called as wireless communication. And these type of communication was mainly used in militaries those days to exchange the messages over long distances and mostly in the borders. So these wireless communication systems, they followed the Marconi's model, consisting of the base station with a powerful transmitter in a particular geographic area. And today, the cellular networks have taken the lead in pioneering wireless communications across the globe. So advantages. Now, wireless communication helps to convey the information quickly, and the working professionals need not have to carry any cables or wires to access the internet. And so they are able to complete their work at any time, anywhere. Now, the doctors and the other professionals working in remote areas can be in touch with others through wireless communication. So emergency messages like the floods or any other disasters can be alerted through wireless communication. So also wireless networks are cheaper to install and maintain. So the drawbacks or the advantages, disadvantages of wireless communication are that it has led to many security threats to mankind, like people can hack your accounts using some techniques. And we know that since the wireless signals are spread in the open air, it is easy for the hackers to access those signals. So the different types of signals are used in communication between the devices for wireless transmission of data. And they are the infrared radiation, radio waves, microwaves, communication satellites, and the light wave transmission. So here we see the different types of signals being used in communication, like for TVs and other remote control devices. It makes use of the infrared radiation, and radio waves makes use of the transmitting and receiving antennas. So here the signals can even penetrate through the walls or the buildings. And the microwave signals, they make use of the antennas, but their signals travel line of sight and they get bounced if they come across any rocks or any tall buildings. And communication satellites, they also make use of the radio waves, but they cover larger areas. And light wave transmission, they travel much faster. So some of the areas where these wireless communication are in use are, like we see it in cordless telephones, mobiles, GPS units, wireless computer parts like the keyboard, mouse, printers, etc. Satellite television, military, telecommunications, wireless power transmission in IoT, radar communication, artificial intelligence, fiber optics, intelligent transport systems, television remote control, Wi-Fi, security systems, etc. So what is this amateur radio or the ham radio is about? Now, Amateur radio, it is also called ham radio, and it is both a hobby and a service in which the participants called the hams use various types of radio communication equipments to communicate with each other. So amateur radio is a non-commercial radio communication service, and it aims to provide emergency public service communication, technical training, and experimentations. So what you see here is the ham radio station, which is also called as a shack. So usually a shack, it will consist of the radio transmitters, the radio receivers, antennas, computers, and other components. So now let us see some of the famous personalities of hams in India. The first amateur radio operator in India was Amarendra Chandragupta, 2JK, licensed in 1921. Later, Mukul Bose, 2HQ, became the second ham operator, thereby introducing the first two-way ham radio communication in the country. By 1923, there were about 20 British hams operating in India. And in 1929, India got its call sign prefixed with VU. So by 1948, there were 50 amateur radio operators in India, but only few were active. So following the Indian independence, that is 1947, the first amateur radio organization called Amateur Radio Club of India was inaugurated on 15th August 1948 at the School of Signals at Maho in Madhya Pradesh. Later, the club headquarters was moved to New Delhi, and it was renamed as Amateur Radio Society of India, that is ARSI, on 15th May 1954. So some of the famous personalities from India we have Kalpana Chawla, KD5 ESI, Rajiv Gandhi VU2RG, Sonia Gandhi VU2SON, Amitabh Bachchan VU2AM5, Kamal Hassan VU2HAS, Charu Hassan VU2SCU, Madhu Bangarappa VU2SLW, Shivaraj Kumar VU3MSQ, Dinesh Gundurao VU3DGK, and myself Shubha VU3GIM. So here you must have observed VU2, VU3. So VU, it stands for our India code, that is VU stands for India, and 2 is the grade of the license, and HAS is our name. And this name is going to be unique throughout the world. Now, how to become a ham? And let us see how to acquire the license. So any citizen of India who is about 12 years of age can become a ham by qualifying in the amateur station operators examination, or the ASO, conducted by WPC, Ministry of Communication, New Delhi. To acquire the license, the amateur radio operators has to pass a licensing exam, which is being conducted by the Wireless Planning and Coordinator, that is WPC, Ministry of Communication, New Delhi. So they will be they have to take the technical knowledge which they would have acquired and learned. Now the license issued will have a unique call sign, and the holder of a call sign uses it on the air to legally identify the operator during the communication. So the image, what you see here is the result sheet issued to the individuals by WPC. So here again, by paying a fees, once when you get the result, you can apply for the license. And nowadays, the license are issued for 80 years. So this is my license, which has been renewed up to 2053. So let us now see what are the contribution of hams to the society and community. So hams, they help in emergencies by providing the communication, and they're being helping during the natural calamities like the floods, cyclones, and earthquakes. They've also rescued people from sinking ships when hams actually picked up the calls during that is the disaster calls, and they have relayed the messages to the authorities. And there are instances of hams helping in locating life-saving drugs from distant part of the world. And also they are assisting the police in traffic and the crime management, and also assisting the officials in electoral procedures during the elections. And there are many more. So what can hams do after getting their license issued by WPC means they can actually talk to many other hams using voice Morse code or computers. So in times of crisis and natural disasters, the amateur radio, it is often used as a means of emergency communication, where wireless cell phones and other conventional means of communication has failed. And recent example, it includes like in 2001 attack on the World Trade Centers in Manhattan, and 2003 North America blackout, and Hurricane Katrina in September 2005, where the amateur radios were used to coordinate the disaster relief activities when other system actually failed. And on December 26, 2004, when there was an earthquake resulting in the tsunami across the Indian Ocean, when it wiped out all the communication with the Andaman Islands, except for the DXing that provided a means to coordinate the relief efforts. So here, so what is that the hams can do after getting license means they can, of course, they can talk to other hams using the voice or even using the Morse code or the computers, and they can build their own radio systems, antennas, and they can learn more electronics. And they can also help during the emergencies by providing the communication, help others become hams, and participate in contests and field day events. They can participate as transmitters like Foxent games, and experiment with satellite communications and many more. So we have seen in so many activities a ham can participate, but what is that he is not supposed to do means he cannot use the ham radio equipment for transacting the businesses. Also, he cannot cause interference to other hams while on air, use indecent language, or broadcast the music, or send messages on behalf of non-hams. So what are the activities or the events in which a ham can participate means? So popular events and activities, they include amateur radio direction finding, like it's called as Foxent game, and DXing. DXing means suppose if he's not having any handy, so he can make use of the Morse code. So Morse code is also used in communicating the messages, and Hamfest or contest in any um, um, uh, uh, events like Jota Joti, where we have it in Scouts and Guides. So ham communication, ham radio makes use of the radio frequency, and the ham radio operators, they use the handheld radios, also called as handy, to communicate. So by using this amateur radio satellites, now the radio frequency used by hams is allotted by the Federal Communication Commission, or the FCC, and it is from 144.000 megahertz to 148.000 megahertz. And this band of frequency can be used for non-commercial exchange of messages, radio sports, emergency communications, and etc. So we can make use of this ham communication in sports, like they've been using it in the national or the Asian Games. They're using it in the motor car or the motorbike rallies, in mountaineering, river expeditions, commercial sports like horse riding, and many more. Talk to astronauts. Yes, it is possible to talk to an astronaut, as they have a space station and can contact the hams on Earth. And also these satellites work as repeaters to contact other Earth stations of long distances. So the image seen here is a person called Owen Garriott, and he was the first person to take the ham radio to space and talk from space to Earth. So Sunita Williams is also a ham operator. So Gujarat Science City officials, the institute established amateur radio contact with the International Space Station, where Indian American astronaut Sunita Williams was stationed for 4 months. So the state students, they talked to William directly about her experience. So voice over internet protocol, or VoIP. Now, the internet is interconnection of computer networks, and the internet protocol, or the IP, is responsible for moving the data between computers on the internet. So voice over internet protocol, or VoIP, is used to provide voice communication between computers over the internet. So there are many VoIP applications, but among them, Echolink is most commonly used by the hams over 137 countries. So let us know about Echolink. So Echolink was actually written and developed by Jonathan Taylor, and he has developed this Echolink and the Echo Station in 2003. And it is available for Windows, Macintosh operating systems and the Linux, and it is free of charge. So Echolink software, it allows the licensed amateur radio stations to communicate with to one another over the internet using the voice over IP technology. And it is one of the most well-known and most used VoIP applications with over 2,000 registered users in 162 countries, and usually around 3,800 people will be active on it. So this is how the Echolink setup will be there. You can talk from one person to another person using the computers, using the computer and the internet. Now, how does this Echolink work? So the hardware and the software requirement for this is we need a computer, personal computers, sound card interface, headset or microphone and a speaker, Echolink software, a valid amateur radio license, and we have to download and install the software from www.ecolink.org. So we follow the on-screen setup wizard to configure the Echolink. A unique node number will be automatically assigned to you after your call sign has been verified. So once it has been installed, so this is how the screenshot is going to appear. The screen is going to appear. You can see that there are so many people being online from different countries. Yes, in ham radio, we make use of some of the technical terms or technical language. Like for example, OM, it stands for old man. YL, it stands for young lady. So handle means the name of the ham operator. Fundamental means the parents. XYL means the wife of a ham. Crystal control means the marriage. Silent key when a person dies. And 73 when we have to say goodbye or best wishes. So now let us see some of these are some of the activities in which I have participated. So this is in sports. I had participated in a K1000 rally. And this I participated in the national games, and I had the opportunity to take a photo shot with PT Usha. So this I participated in a horse race, commercial horse race. So this is again one of the rallies. This is the photo shot taken in Indian Institute of Hams, which is presently located in Kantirva Stadium. You can see Marcus sir, he's the trainer there. This is the ham control room in Padmanabha Nagar, situated in Bangalore. So this is one of the ham fest in 1998 in Bangalore, in which I had participated. So this is again the control room for the national games, which was held in Bangalore, and the control room was in National Games Village, which was newly constructed. So this is again the National Games outdoor stadium during the national game, our team in the outdoor stadium. So this is again the relief team, the base station, which was set up in the relief area. So we can see Rajiv Gandhi operating the ham radio at Vijayawada during 1991 cyclone operation. So this is myself providing communication in the hockey stadium during the national games. And along with me, I have WMY, money. So this is again K1000 rally. This is again one of the disaster location. Yes, finally to conclude with, I could say that there are so many factors for having less number of hams. Like it could be because of awareness is not there much, and also it could be the cost of the equipment is little expensive. Maybe people will not be able to bear for it, and the bureaucratic procedures in obtaining the license, where it could take for more than 1 year. That may also lead to the low number of hams. So I please request and you to promote and create awareness about this wonderful hobby among the citizens to join this ham family. And let us all stand for unity, integrity, and brotherhood and sisterhood in the ham fraternity, and serve our nation when it is in distress. Thank you.